when we were talking about that, it did make me think about these two stories I saw recently.
Yeah.
One was about Dubai. They was talking about their cloud seeding technology, and if you know what that is, it's how they pretty much how you artificially make it rain. And today, I think
Wow.
Tennessee passed a bill to ban chemtrails, like the planes.
Yeah,
with
I
the
know
low
exactly what
gas.
you're talking about, yeah.
And it was just enlightening to me because those have been conspiracy theories
Right.
for the longest.
Why do they feel the need to actually pass a bill to ban it?
Yeah, I read the bill today. I was like,
Wow.
Because I don't know what's conspiracy theory. And some stuff I just don't go deep on.
Right,
like I
right.
heard about chemtrails, but it's like at the end of the day, I'm not about to jump up there and pull the plane out the sky.
Right,
like if I talk about it online, they're gonna say I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Exactly,
So I
exactly.
gotta just eat that.
Exactly.
But once I saw that, I'm like, damn, this is an actual Tennessee bill. It's names on it. It's no. I'm like, damn. So chemtrails are real. They stamped it.
It's actually real, and that's crazy that you said it because it's like you got people that like I don't know if you know about like Alex Jones or you know different people that are deemed conspiracy theorists. Man, they've been talking about this shit for years.
Yeah.
You know,
It's kind of slowly unraveling.
Yeah,
2020, it's 24 is coming out, and Dubai was just talking about it. So now you can actually Google cloud seeding.
Wow.
And it will tell you how to make it rain.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I actually saw earlier today online. I was looking at genetically engineered mosquitoes that are not only going to be used as weapons of warfare, but they're, and this may sound like a conspiracy, but they actually are going to be sent out into society with different, you know, mosquitoes. What they carry blood, they transfer different things through blood, and they're manipulating genetic. I mean, they can pass diseases, right? They can pass.
Did you see what they said they were doing to them?
Yeah. So basically what they're doing, they're using mosquitoes to transfer different chemicals into different people's bodies.
Yeah, I get it how it will work as a weapon. I get that, but you were saying they're gonna release them to society, like it's
Yeah, so I haven't looked into what they're actually going to be releasing it for, but they have the technology now, just in case. Let's say people didn't want to get the vaccine or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And that can go down a whole nother road, but they have the technology to use it for whatever they want to use it for.
Yeah.
I think, man, like the military has so much technology. Like most things we could even just imagine, they a lot of times already have that.
And I don't even think people know what gene splicing is. That you could really change DNA. Like we have that technology now.
It's ridiculous.
It's how they do the GMO foods. Like they they change it.
Exactly.
And
like even like how they do in our food. You know what I mean? They do it.
Like most of this stuff doesn't grow like naturally, like broccoli and Brussels sprouts. It comes from a wild cabbage.
Right.
But talking about those, what's your favorite conspiracy theory, or the one that just like has your most attention?
Man, I looked into this, bro. I be on TikTok late at night, man. TikTok got so much shit on it. I mean, you got to figure out.
It's funny. Every time somebody's talking about conspiracy theory and they reference TikTok,
bro,
it's always late at night.
Bro,
does it switch at nighttime?
Get
or
on
some
conspiracy shit? Talk at nighttime, bro. You're not going to sleep till 5 a.m, bro. That shit gonna have you looking at life different. Like, yo, what have they been telling me this whole time?
Damn.
But I mean, obviously, some of it is bullshit, but some of it is like,
what's obviously bullshit?
We all know about the Twin Towers during 9/11 and, you know, them talking about how there was a bomb and it basically collapsed from it caught on fire from the bottom and, you know, and above. So that to me, I mean, I think a lot of people now are like, okay, there was something going on with this administration. Like, I believe it was 2 or 3 days before Congress got up there and they were asking, I think we had several billions of dollars missing in the military funds and different things like that. And they was asking like, yo, where the fuck is the money at? And this was like a huge thing. And then boom, that just diverted everybody's attention for the next umpteenth years. We never asked where that money was again. So, I mean, they break it down into detail. I'm going off the top of my head, but it's a lot of debunking of that.
All right, then. So what's your favorite conspiracy theory then?
Oh, man, my favorite conspiracy theory, man, I'd probably say the fact that there are civilizations underneath the ocean, like human-like creatures that live underneath the oceans. I'm sorry, man. It's kind of making a little bit of sense to me. I mean, if we think about it, bro, like we only discovered, you know, from 3 to 20% of the ocean.
Yeah.
So it's 80% of the ocean and creatures down there that we have no idea about. and you telling me that there are none that have human-like qualities. I'm just saying a lot of these stories, like, you know, some people call them sirens, some people call them mermaids, mermen. Mm-hmm. A lot of these stories and different things that people write about or make movies about, bro, they come from real stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying it's a possibility for sure.
Okay. So I think more people would agree with you than you think.
Probably, man. I know I probably sounded crazy on this.
I've heard stories. I've seen stories of a guy on Joe Rogan talking about when he was in Seychelles, Africa. He's like this thing. He was like, everybody would say nobody goes to that beach right there.
Wow.
And he was like, he was out there. It was a little boy down there. He went down there. He was like a thing shot out the water. It was like a 10-foot tall man, but like a humanoid kind of fish man jumped back in. And the boy ran screaming. He came and the lady was like, "Yeah, they be like that. Yeah, and nobody comes down here at nighttime.
It'd be like a normal thing to talk about too. Like it's like like you said, they know not to go out there because they say a lot of these creatures don't have good intentions. You know what I mean? Like some of them, they've had stories about, you know, the sirens actually singing beautiful songs to people. I mean, then you see the connection with the mermaid, her voice. Yeah. But they talk about stories of them actually singing songs to lure you in. And then they take you down there, dog, you know, to kind of never be seen again. Some people have actually returned, though, but been completely changed, you know, after they return. I mean, it's just kind of hard for me to believe that all of that is a coincidence, especially seeing as though that we haven't technically discovered so much of the ocean. I'm sure there are way larger creatures than whales and, you know, and things like that down there. Like humongous creatures, it gotta be, man.
I mean, there's a lot of space.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I guess I assume
we'll know when we know.
Yeah, if we ever find out.
Yeah, yeah.
But nah, that's a solid one.
Yeah, that's my favorite one though. I'll say that.
Well, my last question just would be, this is kind of like my closeout question. I'm still trying to pick what my closeout gonna be.
All right.
Would be, biggest life lesson you've learned so far?
Biggest life lesson is to put God first in everything. Everything.
Solid.
I mean, you know, I don't care if you're Christian, Muslim, I don't care whatever you Buddhist, whatever you believe in, there's a creator and a higher power that has organized our path, and he's, you know, figured out what we're supposed to do, giving us different abilities in order to, you know, fulfill a certain purpose and destiny. And I think, you know, seek first the kingdom of heaven and all these things shall follow. When I try to do things on my own, I fuck everything up. Mm-hmm. But when I allow, you know, myself to be directed, everything starts falling in place, bro. I'm at so much more peace. You know what I mean? So
you believe that there's already like a written path for you, like already a destiny?
Oh, man. I think there is a written path, but I do also believe in free will. Mm-hmm. I believe that there are a whole bunch of different set directions you can go down. Mm-hmm. That is already written technically, but you have the choice to say, okay, I'm going to go left or I'm going to go right. Based upon me going right, you know, that destiny, like let's say you destined to be a great man. Mm-hmm. A man of purpose. Let's say you was destined to be somebody like Martin Luther King or something like that.
Okay.
You do have the choice to be like, you know what, I'm just going to smoke and drink and fuck girls all day. You know what I mean? I'm not going to actually sit down and write and learn and study and read and all that kind of thing. But then you have the path where you say, you know, I'm going to figure it out. But I don't know. It's a maze.
Okay.
It's a maze.
Sounds like you kind of undecided on how you view it.
You mean if something is already pre-written or...
Yeah. You saying you feel like there's probably 100 pre-written paths, and you get to pick which one based on your decisions?
I think there are millions. Like there are, what do they call it?
I was trying to think of the word.
I don't want to call it a multiverse, but there are millions of different kind of avenues that we can go down, and our life will be in that situation depending on, like, you can get off your path and then you can get back on. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, if you look at, like, Charlie Wilson, you know what I mean? Uncle Charlie, you know, he was on his way to do great things, formed a group, singing his ass off, got on drugs and crack and different things like that, got off his path, and once he decided to accept, God back into his life, then he was able to. It's like he didn't lose no time. Mm-hmm. So I think you can get off your path and then get back on your path. But ultimately, I'm open to the fact that I don't know anything at all. That's what I'm open to. Like, yeah, we really all don't really know shit.
No, we don't.
It's a big mystery.
And you gotta respect that you don't know it. Yeah. My whole take on it is, because I don't believe that there's a destiny. Mm-hmm. I just personally believe God gave us everything. Like how you pack your kid up to go to school. I think He gave us everything we need, all the powers, and said, go ahead and do whatever you want. Mm-hmm. Like I believe in manifestation. So I do, submit to God and have Him guide me. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I could do anything I wanted to do, because that's kind of how my life been going. Like whatever I focused on, good or bad, just kind of comes to life.
But do you think that God has certain experiences for you that kind of shape you to kind of push you in a certain path? Like for me, if I was to never have an issue at Howard University and went through and have been through certain things in my life and slept on the metro, and if I didn't go through these different experiences, I wouldn't see the importance in it. Mm-hmm. And I probably wouldn't be, let's say, counseling young men, because I don't understand how difficult it could get. So the things that happened to me in my life, that happened to me, also kind of shape what it is that I'm going to do. So I could say that it's not pre-written, but it could be the fact that these experiences happened to me in order to change me so that I do make certain choices. And God already kind of knew what it was.
No, so I do agree with that. So the way I would look, so I would say, I would say if there was a destiny, there would be a destiny to be good, like to get to God. Maybe, I guess. And if you're off that path, which could be any good path, then maybe things like that could pop up to get you back onto that path. But like a specific good path, I wouldn't believe in that. Because I do think you were put here with intention to do good.
Right.
So good would be the path.
So you're speaking in a more of a general sense. Like you need those things happen to get you back close with the Creator. So
like if you're doing wrong, and maybe something pop up like, hey, you should be doing this. You can keep going in. There's a bad one, but hey, this is a friendly reminder.
Right. Like until you finally get it, like, okay, I kind of know what I'm supposed to be doing.
But I wouldn't say I'm supposed to be a doctor. You're supposed to be a surgeon. You're supposed to be a Jiffy Lube maintenance tech.
Yeah, I think we live multiple lives within one life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you may have a purpose or a path even for 5 to 10 years. Yeah. Then something changes and, But I definitely see what you're saying as far as like you having a choice to be like, you know what? Let me make this happen, or let me make that happen.
Okay. Well, that's all I got for you, my brother.
Hey, man, thanks for having me, bro.
You want to close out with anything?
Thanks for having me, man. Again, I'm honored to be here, and we got to do this again, man.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.